Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio and welcome back. We're going to do another episode of I Saw It on Pinterest. Hope everybody is doing great today.
Here's what I found.
Oops. Alexa thinks I'm talking to her. Alright, today's spin is by Julie Vandeveer. And this is actually, if you go to the site, I thought I could go to the site. Let's try here. Maybe not. But you can tell by the size of it that this is something that was made to not be in a journal. So we're going to adjust it a little bit to make it so that it's a journaling card or maybe even a topper, by trying to not make it so bulky. And we're going to give it a go and see what we can do. So what I have done so far is I have cut a piece of scrapbook paper that kind of looks like a wood grain in the background. And I have a piece of Tim Holtz tissue paper that is from the aviary tissue roll. And that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to this roll doesn't really have winter birds on it. So I'm going to use some white splatters and kind of make it look snowy, and hopefully that'll make it look more wintry. But the first thing that I want to do is I want to put down some gesso, because where it is going to be behind the paper, I don't want that wood grain to show through as much. So I'm going to kind of line this up where I think I want it, and then I'm going to kind of mark it with pencil just to give myself an idea of where I want to put the gesso. Where is my pencil? There it is. I'm just going to make some little marks here so I can kind of see the corners. And of course I probably won't be able to see this on this paper, but we're going to try. Alright, so I'm going to brush some gesso on here. Just kind of in that general area of where the paper's going to go. And I don't mind that it goes over a little bit, or that it's even. As a matter of fact, I don't want it to look like an even line. I don't think this make will take very long. It's actually a pretty easy make. Alright, get that out of the way so I don't end up with it everywhere. And get that dry real quick. It won't take it but a second. And I will cover the back with like some tea dye paper or something so that you can write on the back of it. Okay, now I'm going to put the tissue paper down, and for that I'm going to use collage medium. I think. Let's use the crazy one. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea, but we're going to try it. Rinse my brush out, and I'll just use the same one. I don't know how much crazing I can get, because I'll have to dry it so we can move on. And usually when you use the heat tool to dry it, it doesn't work as well. That's getting pretty thick. I need to use it up before it goes bad. Okay, and I'm going to put this on here. Try to get it somewhat even. And then coat the top of it. And get up under there anywhere I didn't get well. It dries really quick. You have to move really fast with this stuff. Make sure I don't have any air bubbles. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Everybody ready for Christmas? Just a few days away now. I know this is boring. Feel free to fast forward. Okay, I think that's pretty dry. Flatten our card back out. I can't tell at this point if I got any crazing or not, but either way, it doesn't really make any difference to me. I'll just rip a hole in it. I must have a little air bubble right there. That's okay. It doesn't bother me. Okay. The only thing I don't like about using the collage medium, Tim Holtz collage medium, is it does have a shine to it. So if you prefer totally matte, you probably want to use like matte gel, because to me that is matte gel medium is what I'm speaking of, because that to me is the flattest that I have found. The matte, you know, the matte look to it. Okay, so now I'm going to take, to simulate these little cracks here, I'm going to take this stamp and just put some around the edges. And for that, I'm going to use my archival ink and potting soil. And I'm just going to do it randomly. And I'm going to try to pick some of the bigger cracked areas. Wipe it off real quick. I didn't mean to get it on the birdies. Okay, I like that pretty well. Again, I'm going to hit it with the heat tool so I don't smear it. Alright. Okay, that is dry. Alright, now we're going to make our little bow thing up in the top. And I am not going to... Oh, I need to make a little tag. What are we going to make our tag out of? Just something interesting. I don't care if it says anything or not. Let's see. maybe that little piece right there. We just need a little bitty tag. Yeah, cutting straight would be very nice. Okay. I think that'll work. So let's ink that. Bend it up a little bit. Put some wrinkles in it, here and there. And I'm going to use ground espresso to ink. And I'm going to ink all the way around our tag. Or our journal card, I should say. And let's see if I have some paper here close by to cover the back of that. If I have anything big enough, I've got some ledger. I don't like that color with it. Oh, I like this one though. Let's do that one. About put that on there backwards. That wouldn't have helped the situation any, would it? Okay, let's turn around that now. And just keep working with it. You get it, try to get it a little flatter. But it'll eventually flatten back out when it dries really well. Alright, so now we're going to work on putting the bow up here in the corner, and we've got our little tag to hang from it. So I just went through and I grabbed a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to attempt to put all these together and make a pretty dimensional little bow here. And this may be too much. We may have to trim it down, but to me this is the most interesting part of this make, is this little bow up here in the corner. So we're going to try to give it a go. Without making it too bulky, which is going to be bulky. Don't get me wrong. Alright, so there's everything, and I don't know if I want to do... I think what I want to do is I want to do each one of these individually, to be honest. And I don't know that I want to do a bow. I think what I want to do is just do, you know, kind of like this, and then glue it down. And I wonder, and if that's the case, I wish I would have waited to put the back on. Alright, so if we do, I knew this would be the part that I would fiddle around with the most. Alright, so if we do that, sorry, I might get quiet a minute while I'm concentrating here. Trying to figure out how I want to put all this together. We're gonna get it, guys. We're gonna get it. I think. Maybe. Alright, I'm going to tie off for a minute. I'm going to take the string and tie what I got so far together. Just because I couldn't hold any more in my hands. I'm just kind of making a messy bow. You heard of a messy bun? This is a messy bow. It's kind of the same principle. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, and then I'm going to take this other string and try my best to secure that. Okay. There's something. I don't know what, but it's something. Okay, now I'm going to poke a hole so I can put the tag on there. Where is here? Oh, I feel like I'm on thumbs. All right, now let's make everything pretty. Now, in the pen, they have a flat back, some kind of jewel there. And I don't have anything like that, so I'm going to use a button. And I'm also not going to put the greenery because I think we've got plenty of bulk already. So I have a couple of buttons here. I've got this one and I've got this one. And you can see they're both going to cause quite a bit of bulk. But we're already pretty bulky. I don't like how I did this. I'm going to take this off like that. And I'm going to tie it differently. That needs to hang down further. Alright, so I'm going to tie this bow back. I'm going to double tie it. Because I think if I don't, it's just going to keep on coming untied. Okay. Now, let's turn this up a little bit. It's looking kind of wild. Okay, now, this is mummy cloth, and so I'm going to shred it. So it has kind of a more stringy look to it. And then I've got this kind of netting stuff back here, and I'm gonna pull it apart a little bit. And I'd like to ravel that. I don't know. Yeah, it might ravel a little bit. It's like a grosgrain ribbon. Grosgrain, however you want to pronounce that. Alright, so that's going to go up here. Some of these strings might take a little manipulating as well, where they've been wrapped around a spool. They may have to be fiddled with. Alright, now for our button. Which button do we want? We're probably going to want to go with this flat one. I would think. And then I'm going to take just a piece of string and tie that around. I could have made my card a little longer. Okay, so let's see. I don't think I can get this any flatter and have it look halfway decent. So we're just going to be bulky. But like I say all the time, that's fine to be bulky as long as you plan ahead for it. So if you're doing a journal and you are you haven't done your spine yet, but you have your signatures, yeah, we're going to have to go with the flat one. You have your signatures finished, then you can plan your spine based on how thick your signatures are with all your ephemera in there. If that makes sense. Okay, and I'm going to put some glue all over the back of this. And then I'm going to clamp that. And while I am waiting on that to dry a little bit, I'll find some string to put on our tag. Let me get the clamp here. We'll put that up far enough. Yeah. We'll still might have to trim some of those a little bit. So our birdies aren't blocked. Okay, string. I don't think I have any of my little scrappies. I just cut her big enough. I also had some brown velvet, but I didn't use it. I felt like that may be too much going on. Not that there's not a ton going on anyway. All right, now let me look over here in my binding drawer. And I think I've got a roll of just white. Kind of thread in there. And we'll cut a piece of this. Put it through here. And then we'll tie it on there in a minute. I'm going to do my splatters first. Okay, hopefully that'll hold now until, actually it needs to be. I don't know that I like that green ribbon I put on there. Sorry guys, I'm going to take this off. I don't like this right here. I don't think it goes with the rest of it. I thought I wanted to pull in a little bit of the green from the leaves and the birds, but I just don't like it. We are junk journalers. We reserve the right to change our minds, right? Now I can bring this up more to right in that corner. Reclamp it. Alright, white splatters. White splatters, we are going to cover little birdies' faces so we don't get paint in their eyes. And then I'm going to take a really small brush. Maybe this one. It's really small. It may not work at all, but we're gonna, I don't want really big splatters. I'm gonna test it here on my little glue book. I may need more water, which I don't have. Over here. Yeah, that's okay. I don't care for those little lines. But we'll see what we can do here. Like that. Be more gentle and you won't get those little lines. I'm getting more on my glass mat than I am on the thing, I think. There we go. I should have put down something to keep that from going everywhere, but yeah, no. Get my little cloth here. Wipe all my mess up. Take that off now. And tie my tag on, and I think what I'm going to do is tie it around the button and then cut off the excess. I'm trying not to touch my dots, my splatters while I do this. Okay, I'm making that way too difficult. Oh, seriously. Just try sticking the ends through first. It might help immensely with what I'm doing here. Sometimes nope, it's not where I want it. Not where I want it. Am I painting you trying to do this? I'm painting me. There we go. Yep, that's good. Now I'm going to trim off these little ends. Tuck it up under there. There we go. We made it. Believe it or not, we did it. So there's my version. And it is quite bulky. But like I said, as long as you plan for it when you're making your spine, or, you know, it would look really nice on the cover as well, and then it wouldn't really matter. So there is the pen again by Julie Vanderveer. And there is my version using the Tim Holtz aviary paper. Tissue paper and a piece of cardstock. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think it turned out really cute. I'm going to set it over and let my snow dry so that I don't stick my fingers in it. And I will see you guys back tomorrow for 50 Stack Challenge 3, last week of that one. So I hope you'll join me for that. And until then, everybody have a great evening. Bye.